Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So as usual, starting off with Euro USD, and still got the levels drawn in from yesterday. I am extremely concerned about this divergence on the 8 hour. You can see there's low, there's a high, and if I correspond that to price, there's a high, there's a low, and that does look like a topping pattern there, a range bar confirmation, and now we're busy with not sure what we're busy with, but we have got below the close of the previous bar as well on the 8 hour. So that to me is looking more like a nice pullback and then continuation to the downside, but it could just be a pullback to come and test the break of the moving averages to confirm the trend reversal. So remember, the trend was trying to turn to the downside. We're back above it, or the moving averages. Now you would expect it to come back and hold that and then continue, or alternatively break below, come back, test, and move to the downside. In other words, I'm totally confused this morning, and which is probably a good sign to just sit on the sidelines. So a couple of things here on the 1 hour. If you are trading the 1 hour only on this pair, you will be looking to buy, and the trend is up. Look at the oscillators grouped so nicely in an upward trend off a moving average. That does look fairly interesting. So can we just add this level in here? So this is 121.159. See if that holds. If that holds, probably a good area to buy, and then you're going to be looking to take profit at these levels to the upside, 121.363 and 121.567. That's probably only, it's going to be long scalps basically. So the trend is up on the hours, so long as it stays going up, that's kind of the situation we've got. Just bear in mind, we've been going up and now we've gone sideways, so it could also be a double top here. Break below, test it, and then start moving back the downside to come and test this break at 126.16. Either way, it's kind of not entirely clear for me at the moment of what's going to happen with the dollar. So it's a proper tussle still. So yeah, I think the dollar pair is going to keep me on the sidelines. Next one is going to be US dollar Japanese yen. Now, a similar scenario here. We had a strong rally, had a pullback into structure. So here's my structure here. We haven't quite tagged it though. That's 104.388. That's its previous swing high, and also coincides with all these moving averages. As I said yesterday, this is a fairly good area to be looking at, but the minute we start coming down to the lower time frames, you can see there was our range. We had a break to the downside, break to the upside, and then back to the middle of the range. So ignore that. At the moment, it's big down, big up, big down, big confusion. It is sideways, and in actual fact, not that I really like putting these, well, looking for these patterns, because especially this, so that pretty much a diamond pattern. A consolidation pattern is basically big up, big down. So you can see small up, small downs, and then big up, big down, and then small up, small down. So that pretty much consolidation pattern. So for me, it's sideways, consolidating, not really interested in getting in on that. Could be a start of a downtrend. Could also be a confirmation of the big uptrend on the high time frame. So, when you've got bullish and bearish signals coming out, it's not something I like chasing. British pound Japanese yen. We are still at bouncing off the top here, 144.897, and the downside, well, not the downside, but the bottom end of this is 144.101, which we've tested. So those are the two levels you need to keep in mind, and we have had a break above this area of 144.897, see there, and we've pulled back onto structure. There's our structure. So I would argue that we should be looking for another move to the upside, and we do have a bit of a inverse head and shoulders or cup and handle structure here. Oscillators grouping nicely above the moving averages. I'd be looking to buy. So let's see what happens at the open, but definitely looking to buy. And at where we are now, we'd want to break and retest of 144. 897 because we didn't get in down here. Otherwise, a pullback back onto the structure here of 144,652, and then looking to buy, anticipating a break higher. What would you be looking for? More than likely a measured move, and I would start with this one here. That's the move that I would start with today. That's 145,221. Okay, Aussie dollar, US dollar, dollar pair. Yeah, we broke through, been going sideways. Look at my oscillators warning me we're back at this level here of 0.77432. Don't really want to be buying up there. Come down to the hour, and probably going to prove me wrong. So it does look like it's an area to be buying. I'm not convinced, guys. So I'm really not convinced. Look at yesterday's selling at this level. So if it does continue and we find support up here, then I'll change my tune. So 0.77432. Get above it, come back, find support, start making a higher high, then I'll change my tune. That's an opportunity to buy into it. So on the hour, at the moment the trend is up. We are we were drifting lower yesterday, but we haven't taken out a fractional high yet, and these fractional highs are the highs of yesterday. So I'm not entirely convinced. I'm kind of thinking that's what's going to transpire, and we do have data coming out on the dollar. So wait and see for me on the dollar. I'm afraid I'm not really keen to chase that right now. Euro British pound is pretty much still in the downward channel. We've got the bear channel, lots of rejections here, and it does look like we're now starting to roll to the downside. So short it is on this pair. You're basically looking to sell anything that comes up. Concern I do have is that this is Bob Y. The whole of yesterday pretty much down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Nothing really transpiring, and now we do have some breaks below these fractals at the moment. So the trend is down. You should be looking to short this, but you obviously want to be shorting off structure, and the structure is 0.87639. Excuse me, 0.87635. It does look interesting now, but often this could be seen as an exhaustion bar into another area of structure down here. Just pick it up there, and now we're going to bounce to the upside again. That's also possible. So I'd want to see price come up and then get the opportunity to short it and move to the downside. Just bear in mind, and I keep saying this, look to the left, look at all this chaos on the weekly chart here. So there is a lot of support to be found in this area. So just be wary about that. And it's coming off a pretty strong uptrend as well. Okay, and diversion, sorry, that's the other thing here. So look at that swing low, and we're lower here, but price is not. So massive diversion, big gaps still to the downside, so there are some magnets as well. Just be cautious, you can get ambushed here. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. But by the looks of things, pullbacks, you want to sell into them and see if we can get a breakdown. British pound, New Zealand dollar, this measured move is still in play, so that was the wedge. We've broken the upside, we're consolidating on structure. So this is a pretty, not quite a sure bet, but if you are long, I'd be moving my stop up below these swing lows here. It does look like we are forming a range here, so you'd want to be buying off the bottom here, but it could also be a double top and a move to the downside. So I'd be moving, if I am long, if you're long at the moment, I'd basically move my stop to underneath here if you were chasing that measured move, or alternatively I would dump it and wait for structure. So we are sideways at the moment. I'm not really interested in this. Obviously a break above the top of the range and a retest would give us a measured move. Alternatively, a break to the downside is going to give us a move all the way back down to 190.795. So sideways it is. I'm not really interested in that at the moment, but I am interested in the longer term view of a break above the structure. And that does look like a inside bar, which is a reversal pattern. So probably a deeper pullback into this area here of 197 0.85, and then that measured move is still going to be on the cards. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.